Hello and welcome back from spring break. This week we are looking at acculturation. Now, acculturation can occur in a culture, in the workplace, anytime you enter a place that has behavior that is foreign to you. In other words, you don't know the rule book. You know the rule book for mainstream American society, but you don't know the rule book, for instance, to function effectively in the military, in a hospital, to be a teacher in front of a classroom of kindergartners. That's a subculture. So we're looking at acculturation into a culture, a society, a country. And each country will have its main dominant culture and then other subcultures or co-cultures embedded within the country. So this week we look at the lives of the lost boys of the Sudan in God Grew Tired of Us. Interestingly enough, it's also a review of what culture is. And then we also look at politics, and politics from the perspective of compared cross-culturally. Politics infers the organization of groups of people, how we organize, who's on the top, who's on the bottom, who's in the middle, who has access to resources. Now, in the Lost Boys of the Sudan, God Grew Tired of Us. Because of the war in the Sudan, thousands of children were displaced, not misplaced. They were displaced, and they were forced to walk thousands of miles over the period of 10 years, back and forth, and in various places were interned in refugee camps. Then you need to be acculturated into the society where you are going. The United Nations High Commissioner, HNRC, the Refugee Resettlement Organization, resettles refugees in various parts of the world, in various countries where they are welcome. In God Grew Tired of Us, John Blau was resettled in Syracuse, New York, and some of the other boys were in Pittsburgh. They were also resettled in Australia, parts of Europe, and I believe Scandinavia. Each time, the boys not only had to learn the language, they needed to learn the culture. And over again, we see representation that learning the culture, functioning in a different culture, functioning in a place where you don't know the inside rules, you have no concept of what these rules could possibly be, is the hardest part. Okay, so that is the main purpose of this week's assignment, and I hope you enjoy God Grew Tired of Us.